Welcome to the Entrepreneur Podcast, where we take a look inside the lives of the accomplished and successful businessmen and women. We'll get up close and personal with the founders of booming startups. So lean in and prepare to carry away something to skyrocket your own business. Please subscribe to our show and do leave us a review. It means a lot to us. Now, here's your host, Rajiv.
Hey listeners, welcome to the Entrepreneur Talk Show. I'm your host Rajiv Unikrishnan, and this is the show where we talk about entrepreneurship and speak to great founders, entrepreneurs and investors. Today we have with us Bhoopathi Rapolu, an international speaker, blogger and best-selling author of the book The Race for Work. Welcome Bhoopathi.
Thank you, Rajiv. Pleasure to be here.
Great. Just a brief intro. So Bhoopathi is an international speaker and also an author. He has published articles on leading media like the HuffPost, The Guardian, The Times UK, and over 20 other leading platforms. I mean, you can find him on bhoopathi.com. He helps working professionals find their career fulfillment by exploiting the fast-growing disruptive technologies of today. Again, Bhoopathi, welcome to the show. Do fill in the gaps, if any, in the intro and what's going on in your world today.
Great. Thanks, Rajiv, for this show. Pleasure to be here. I just wanted to talk to you about my work, primarily around looking at the emerging technologies. Some technologies grow at a slow pace, some really take off, and how to be part of the technologies that can take you and give you a leverage, a lever that you hardly don't find in any of the existing or mature technologies. So I have seen that this happening consistently again and again. I have trained over 100 CEOs and business heads from large companies in terms of setting up business, coming up with an offering, starting a business, and some of the emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and 3D printing. And I have seen some consistent patterns in terms of identifying the right technology and the right business problem to scale businesses much, much faster than the way we usually do in our daily lives. Like starting a company and scaling it up, try work hard to scale up.
Okay. So before we get into the actual book, any passions outside of work for you other than being a speaker, blogger, coach?
I take a lot of interest in anything related to productivity, personal productivity, and productivity at business as well.
Got it.
Apart from work.
Okay. So moving on is what inspired the idea for writing The Race for Work?
Largely my work, my experience. As part of my job, I manage advanced analytics and artificial intelligence business for a multinational company. Every project that I take up will eliminate a few hundred people from their job.
Okay.
Okay. So I see that people are suffering a lot, are struggling to be relevant in their organization, especially when they face head-on with the emerging technologies. If something is going to take up their job or something is going to automate part of the work that you do, you are in trouble already. Okay. So, and at the same time, I saw some of them emerging successfully. Just get out of that and finding a new technology paradigm and jumping a few levels in the career, be it monetary returns, be it job satisfaction, rewards, and their overall happiness factor in life. Following certain cues from the same technology that is challenging their life. That's my reason to write this book.
Okay. And who would the intended audience be for the book, or have been also?
All right. So primarily professionals, mostly in working in IT or related industries in the middle, probably 10 plus years of experience, or in the middle ages. My target group is 25 to 40 years working professionals, either directly in IT or predominantly influenced by IT. For example, people working in marketing. Today, most of the marketing is done digitally.
Correct.
Right? People working in finance or HR, their work is less and less of paper and pen and more of using some system or other.
Correct.
So these are my target audience.
Okay. So, what would you say are the big three technologies of today? I mean, why are they so important for professionals and entrepreneurs alike?
All right. So this is something that I came up with. You don't find it anywhere out on Google without adding a tag of Bhoopathi to it.
Okay.
So the big three technologies are artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and 3D printing. So one to create the hard things in life, like 3D printing, you can print practically anything that you want to use, be
Correct.
it toys or utensils or even another 3D printer itself. And then Internet of Things is connecting the physical things with the network. Your washing machine, dishwasher, or a fridge, or even sophisticated machines, your
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
laptops,
Yep.
mobile devices, everything is getting connected to the internet, right? So once the things are getting connected, they start generating data, and that data, in association with the rest of the data available in the cloud elsewhere, we started building intelligence back into that things that is driven by artificial intelligence. So this is a unique combination, the combination that never existed before, the combination that is going to emerge now, and that combination is going to dramatically change the world. 3D printing, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence.
Okay.
When you
Okay.
combine all three of them, it more or less mimics the human existence or human mind,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
Yep. So, I mean, in your view, what is the key to thrive in the industry? I mean, which is kind of completely being taken over by automation.
Well, the automation is unstoppable. It is nobody's control. No governments, no human, no society, or no particular body or NGO can stop it. It is the direction that to which world is heading to. Right now, the only way to uh, attack it, or at least survive or even thrive, is
Mm-hmm.
by learning the rules of the game. The automation is moving ahead, and if we know the way to take part in this journey, if we know how we can implement automation rather than stop it, and along the way take some sort of control in implementing that automation in various industries, I'm sure you can thrive there. I'm sure you can actually emerge successful, or at least for some part of some time, for the meet
Yep.
the next 30 years, 50 years, 100 years. I don't know when the whole world will be fully automated and they pose a serious threat to humanity. But until then, you can take part in automation itself.
Correct. So you have something where you said something very interesting that being productive at workplace does not help you succeed. So what people can do about this when they all think that being productive is the main cause for success?
Right. So all along, entire human history, being productive is one single aspiration, for becoming successful. Right.
Yep.
For students, for even entrepreneurs, if you want to, if you can achieve more in a given time, you are considered more productive and more successful, and career growth is expected to come to you. But in the last 20, 30 years, if you see, most of the repeatable work is being done by machines, robots, computers. Anything that can be repeatable can be automated. An algorithm can be written to do that task. Now, we are trying to do the same thing at workplace. We are trying to be more and more productive
Hmm.
by trying to do more, by improving our skill, either by manually doing it, or trying to uh, take additional help from either subordinates, external help. We want to get productive. In this journey, we are actually competing with machines.
Yep. Yep.
And when you compete with machines on productivity, you never win, because machines have more advantages than humans. We need rest; they don't need rest. You have emotional imbalances. Machines have no emotional imbalances at all. You ask for raise, machines never ask for raise. So
Yeah.
this is a race you never win. If you are competing against productivity, You can't, as a human, you don't have a role to play there. So better leave anything that is related to productivity, anything that is related to automation, leave it to machines, and see how you can do that. In fact, come up with a way to automate repeatable tasks at your workplace. That's the role for humans going ahead.
Correct.
Instead of focusing on productivity, get the productivity done from machines.
Okay. What have you seen change in the job market over the last 2 years?
I see that the repeatable tasks are increasingly getting automated. So far, we thought, the manual jobs, blue collar labor is prone to automation because of massive machines or robots or whatever.
Correct.
But increasing the knowledge work is getting automated too. The so-called professional work, white collar jobs like project management, scheduling, planning. They are super massive, intelligent robots are available, or AI programs are available
Correct.
to do all that. For example, I talk about this AI program called Benjamin, which is recently created a short film called Sunspring. Completely from the end to end by creating a concept, preparing the screen, everything is done by the AI program.
Oh,
And
okay.
the Sunspring has actually won an award in Sci-Fi London contest recently. It is placed in top 10. A short film created by AI program completely. AI is getting into a creative realm now.
Correct.
Earlier, it was limited to a mundane, repeatable job. But when artificial intelligence can think and create something out of nothing, that's when it is posing threat to human creative work.
Okay.
Most of white collar jobs thrive based on creative work, right?
Correct. So,
So that's where the risk is.
the big three technologies, according to you, are the true catalyst for building exponential businesses. So, what should entrepreneurs do to leverage these factors and create new businesses?
So, in terms of technology opportunity or entrepreneurial opportunity, we see that any new transformative technology brings a massive entrepreneurial opportunity. So, but such opportunities come very rarely. For example, 200 years back, we got electricity. Now, before that, most of the machines, even in early industrial era, we had massive machines and mostly run by steam. The moment electricity was invented, people started applying that power of electricity to all the machines, small, big, large, entire factories
Yep.
are eventually run by electricity, right? So one such massive transformative technology is now coming, that is artificial intelligence. Everything that was electrified 200 years back is going to be cognified now.
Okay.
Everything that runs out of electricity, there should be some intelligence added. There is a relevant case for getting some intelligence to it. So your fridge needs to know what items are there, what needs to be stocked up when, and it should order. Your fan should know when you are in the house, when you are leaving the house.
Correct.
So this kind of intelligence is needed. It's coming, and it's a massive opportunity for entrepreneurs. So you can practically take X and add Y if you want to start a company.
Got it. Okay. So, in terms of that's for new businesses, but in terms of entrepreneurs and the existing businesses, what can they do and utilize these three technologies for acceleration? How do they accelerate their existing businesses?
Yes. So that's a good question, actually. So most of us, are somewhere already in the game, right?
Yep.
I suggest we should look for these levers. The three levers that are there. The existing product or service that you have. What makes sense to make use of this three exponential technologies? Can you connect your product to a data source by embedding a sensor or something? Does your product already generates huge amount of data? So what intelligence you can add it to that by using AI? Or if you are manufacturing, to what extent you can automate that by using 3D printing. So by considering these three areas, you can use the massive power of these technologies and position yourself totally at a different ball game. So that
Correct.
takes you that takes you far ahead in the competitive game.
Got it. In terms of professionals, I mean, can they escape this automation and save their jobs?
Absolutely. So there's only two. There are only two options. Either they do what they are doing right now and face the automation posing right on their face, or systematically find work or a task, individual task that cannot be automated, at least in their career time, right, in the next 30 years.
Okay.
So how do we find that out? There are two ways to look at every task that we do. One is the repeatable tasks, I call them algorithmic task. So anything that is repeatable is an algorithmic in nature. Somebody can write an algorithm to automate that.
Yeah.
The other part of the work is heuristic work. Involves more of empathy, imagination, creativity, interpersonal relationships. Something that is hard to automate. AI is eventually getting there, but I think in the next 30 years we are safe.
Correct. Yeah.
So if you are doing 10 tasks in a 9 to 5 day, in a typical work day, just try to label each of the tasks that you have done in a day, whether that falls into a algorithmic task or a heuristic task.
Okay.
And if you see that on 9 out of 10 are in algorithmic task type, you are in serious danger already.
Okay.
So systematically identify and move away from that. See what else you can do at your workplace that is more heuristic in nature rather than algorithmic in nature.
So can you share some key tidbits from the book on how would anyone win the race against the machine and that are eliminating traditional businesses today?
Sure. So I structured my book in primarily three parts, where in the first part I clearly explain people how the current job is more at risk than people usually think. Massively the AI is sneaking in. Most of the individual bits of work are getting automated elsewhere. You might not have seen that automation at your workplace today, but if it is done by some startup somewhere, it is eventually grow at an astronomical rate. It will be probably acquired by a big company like Google or IBM. Then suddenly you face that one day.
Absolutely.
Right? And there's so many examples in that. The first section one talks about lots and lots of examples in various industries why your job is more at risk than you think. In the second section, I take them to a totally different paradigm, 180-degree shift to look at the same problem. Where are the sexiest jobs of the 21st century? Given this risk, what you can do about it, where you should look for good career prospects. In the third section, I take them through the exact step-by-step process that I have guided to my students, hundreds of them, through my coaching classes, lessons, and I devised a step-by-step process that people can emulate and track their progress and find their dream jobs.
Oh, great. Okay. So, I mean, you are kind of an entrepreneur yourself, doing coaching and writing books. I mean, so when did you know that this entrepreneurship factor was there in you? I mean, or when did you know you were meant for entrepreneurship?
It's around 3-4 years back, and I was a great fan of Tony Robbins, and he was talking about financial freedom.
Correct.
Basically, the financial freedom is to come out of either 9 to 5 or be an independent entity, so that if you want to do something, you should be able to do, irrespective of your daily commitments. So that's when I thought I should systematically work towards becoming financially independent. All right. So then I thought I should have some multiple streams of income. If you want to become a millionaire, you should have at least 7 streams of income. There's a common saying, right? So I thought I would diversify my income sources from book, consulting, coaching, paid speaking, apart from still 9 to 5 work.
Okay. And over time, who would you say has inspired you?
Sorry, what?
Over time, who would you say has inspired you?
There are many actually. I am a voracious reader. I
Correct.
have a target of reading 52 books in a year. So that's averages to one book per week. Sometimes I read more, sometimes I
Oh, wow.
read less.
Okay.
So, but I try to read 52 per year. So primarily the new age technology entrepreneurs or internet entrepreneurs like Ramit Sethi, Tim Ferriss, Mary Forleo, uh, Derek Sivers. So I follow at least a dozen of them regularly and seek wisdom. Whenever time permits,
Okay.
opportunity comes, I go and meet them. I met most of them already
Okay.
in various events. Yeah.
Okay. And where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years?
So I definitely move from being a 9 to 5 job. My job is also primarily very interesting. I love my job. One of the reasons that I'm not leaving my job is that it is my dream job.
Of course.
I still want to do that. So, but eventually, I wanted to build this mission, serve this mission of helping people save their jobs or find their career fulfillment by leveraging the exponential technologies. So
Okay.
I work towards that. Probably I may publish a couple of more books in the next 3 years. I'll write a lot blog on that, speak on that. So that's what
Okay.
I see myself.
Great. So now we come to a part of the show which is a quick fire round. All right. Simple, brief
Sure.
answers. So when people ask you, what do you do? How do you answer that?
I I help professionals thrive in their careers by leveraging exponential technologies.
Okay. What's the first?
Even in my job, I do that.
Okay. So what's the first word that comes to mind when I say work?
It's creation,
Family,
happiness,
entrepreneurship,
adventure.
technology.
It's, technology, I call it as a boon, a God given gift apart from the nature.
And a tough one for you, but book.
It's my baby.
Okay. Great. And what's one piece of tech that you can't live without?
It's iPhone.
Okay. What do you excel at that people might not realize, Bhupti?
Sorry, what
What do you excel at
I
that people might not realize?
I I um, okay, my book is mostly known to people. Something that people are not aware of, but I do is I'm a serial experimenter. I keep
Okay.
experimenting with things day in and day out, be it about productivity or even simple things like winning about myself, understanding myself. For
Okay.
example, if I'm not able to do certain things continuously for a month or 2 months, then I experiment it in a different way.
Great.
That may be about what time I wake up, when I take breakfast, what breakfast I do, vis-a-vis how happy I am feeling or energetic I am feeling. So experimentation is ingrained in me.
Okay. And which is your favorite city globally?
Paris.
Oh, lovely.
I was there for some time. I saw
Okay.
that you are also in France, but
Yes.
it's a coincidence. I love that city.
Yeah, it's great.
I lived there for 2 years.
Oh, great. So finally, Bhupti, one last thought or piece of advice that you want to give our listeners?
I For entrepreneurs, I would like to suggest that to use the exponential technologies in their business, systematically take an assessment of what they are doing today that can be easily done by the big three technologies. Right,
Okay.
take an
Okay.
assessment and systematically move the current operations towards a state where they are either automated or done by big three technologies. It will give a massive edge in the competition and take their business to a next level.
Great. And let our listeners know how they can reach you and also get their hands on the book, The Race for Work.
Sure. Everything starts from my website, which is bhoopathi.com, bhoopathi.com. My
Okay.
Twitter handle is also same at Bhoopathi.
Great. So again, Bhupati, thanks for taking the time to talk to us and hopefully inspiring our listeners to start their own ventures and more important, taking advantage of the big three technologies. And all the very best for the future.
Great. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Hey listeners, we have a special promo code for the book available on our website.
Do visit bhupati.com and visit us at theasianentrepreneur.com to get the show notes and subscribe to the show on all the platforms and leave a review on your thoughts about the show. Thank you.
Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode. In the meantime, head over to theasianentrepreneur.com and check out show notes and other information to motivate you in your entrepreneurial endeavors.